man. Everybody
All
can see
right.
you. Your big beautiful face. The winner of the first in-person provisional,
Yeah.
Mr. Marcus Johansson.
Yes, correct.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah. First and foremost, congratulations, man. Wowzers.
Thank you.
Taking it down. 109 people, I think, here in Omaha. Incredibly well-run event. It was fun to watch on stream. I loved it. I enjoyed watching your games. The hottest run that any man has ever seen with the bird ever. It was insane. It was insane.
Thanks.
So hit me with your thoughts. It's been what, roughly 24 hours since we got done.
Yeah,
hit me with it. What are you
24
thinking?
hours, 3 hours of sleep. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Love that. So hit me with let's forget about the event for now.
All right.
Who are you, Marcus? Who are you in relation to universes, in relations to card games, in relations to nerddom, right? Like give me the elevator pitch of who Marcus is.
All right. Ooh, nerd. Played video games. Love Pokemon.
Okay.
Played Pokemon, Magic. That Magic was the key thing that got me into card games.
Okay.
And then basically that turned into a love of board games, and that got me to Gen Con in 2019.
That
Was
makes
that the
sense.
last one?
Yes.
And
The
then
last
I saw
in-person one?
the yep, and then I
Yeah.
saw the demo for My Hero. Went and checked it out with my buddies,
Nice.
and we're like, this is awesome, super fun, because I also love anime. So
Okay. That was gonna be my next question. Are you a big anime fan?
yes,
Because I am
very
not.
much.
I'm not a big anime fan. I enjoy My Hero, and I've seen like all the dude bro animes of like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. But
Yep.
like you go just even like one step deeper, like it's nothing for me. So it's cool. It's cool that you enjoy the anime. Is Tokoyami your favorite character or?
Uh, Not really.
Love
Say
that.
my favorite character would be, ooh, I would either say Shigaraki or Toga.
Okay. And so why not Shigaraki? Didn't think he could cut the mustard or?
My issue with him was I felt like I couldn't get enough card draw. I always happened to be down to 2 cards in hand, and somebody would just string out attacks against me and just finish me off. I just
Okay.
could never get enough, I guess, defense with him.
That's fair. So let's talk about now your universe's My Hero accolades, right? Because you're super brand new to the game. First off, good job taking down this event. Like a ton of veterans on climbing on the way to the top, including you know who you were fighting in the finals, right?
I do now. I met him earlier.
Okay.
Apparently, we were stuck outside the mall with Nathan,
Yeah.
because they were closed, and we were talking. And he said he won Worlds, so I was like, okay, he's a big player,
Yeah.
but I didn't know how big.
Yes.
So
You're talking. Yeah. You took down Mark Tyner, the back-to-back Nationals to Worlds champion, the guy who gets, in the current form of universes, standard at least, gets all
yeah,
these decks banned. Like everybody is all on top of Tyner, and you just wham bam took him out. So great plan, dude. Absolutely fantastic. What did the prep look like before we went into this event?
the prep was really actually my friend who's right here. He is the one that ran Tokiyami since the start.
Okay.
And it was all a lot of I play tested for him against him constantly,
Okay.
and I'm like, I just really like this character and how he plays. I feel like, well, actually, rewind a little bit.
Take it back.
My mentality was because I did do the online provisional prior,
What was your
and I
placing?
tried uh the the last one, whatever that last one was.
Yeah.
I tried Eraserhead,
Okay.
and I went to time for like 3 rounds in a row, and it
Mm.
was I was like, this is too much mental power. Not to mention, I'm like, I'm going here to Omaha, and I'm like, okay, if I go to time, because I got a Toru, so I was thinking about actually running Toru and
Ooh.
Mina.
Okay. Okay.
That's who I was originally leading towards prior to the provisionals. But I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know, when I was doing the provisionals online, I had my snacks, I had my drinks, I was good. But in person,
I
if I
love
go to
this.
time, I'm not getting anything.
Right.
I might be able to
100%.
go grab a water break, maybe
Yeah.
a bathroom, maybe if I'm lucky and I lost quickly. But I was like, you know what? Fine. Tokiyami hits hard, wins or loses. So you know what? I'm gonna either win fast or I'm gonna lose fast, and then I'm
Yes.
gonna go get my break.
Yes, yes, yes. We play taco truck decks. Yeah, that's the
Yes,
whole idea. We win so quick. We have time to go downstairs to the taco truck. I love it. I love it.
exactly.
I love it. And so it's you and your one friend. Do you have a play group? What is it? What does it look like?
Yeah,
Where did you say you were from?
Minnesota.
Nice. Okay. What's the play group look like out there?
There is roughly about I got 3 LGS stores in my area. I'm from Fridley, just a little bit north of the Twin Cities.
Okay.
And there's 3 LGS stores that host events, and we usually get about, I would say, somewhere between 6 to 8 players.
Okay.
So it's pretty small. My core group is about 4 of us. We just actually, well, no, we just picked up a 5th one. Can't forget him.
Crushed it. Crushed
So
it.
we're slowly growing. We're growing,
Yeah.
and then hopefully keep finding some more people. So it's growing, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So take me into the day. Drive from Minnesota over here to Omaha, Nebraska. You get in there. Do you get in time for the teams event? If so, how'd that go?
Yes, we did get in time for the teams event. We left early Friday morning, 6-hour drive,
Oof.
and that was our whole plan. I was like, once we found out there was a teams event, because we've been trying to figure out like there's got to be other formats we can do other than just a regular tournament. And then
Right.
we saw that they announced that there was the teams, and we're like, well, we got to go to this. We got to
Of
go try
course.
this out. This sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Because we tried with just us doing like a sealed draft, and but we're like, we don't have any rules to follow. We're trying to like basically take Magic and all right, well, they did 10 less. We'll try 10 less. We're like, well, what do we do with the symbols? Can we run this with just one symbol following normal rules? Or do we just say you can use any symbol for just foundations? Or do we have to follow pick two? It was just a mess.
Yeah. I wish it was a little clearer. Personally, my personal opinion for that. We'll take it off casually. I think that you just know symbol decks and you let people just play the Wild West when you do draft or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it makes the game more fun, not necessarily more fair, but more fun.
Yeah.
Because telling people no, especially in a draft environment, like feels lame.
Yeah.
But how do we do at the event? How was teams?
Uh, what did we do? I think did we win 2 or lose 3? Win 2, lose 2? Yeah, teams.
Sounds it was
We
so
lost
good
2,
it was
won
memorable.
3. Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
memorable, to say the
all,
least.
all I remember is meeting Jellyfish and the guys at Jasco, and it was like, this is super cool.
Right?
Didn't even know.
Right?
Didn't even know it was Jellyfish until we picked. He pulls out his playmat, and I'm like, somebody's like, that's Jellyfish. I'm like, wait, what? I've done the Wednesday weeklies,
Right.
and he usually is the one judging or hosting or
Right.
something. So it's like, whoa, kind of shocked.
Isn't that kind of crazy being able to like go up and shake their hand? Not a thing that you would see at
Yeah.
like a Magic tournament, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't get to go talk to the owners of Hasbro. Like
Yeah,
no. So anyways, we get done with the teams event, middle of the road, fine. Getting into the main event, hit me with like your first 3 rounds. Give me. I mean, you don't have to go beat by beat if you don't want to. If you want to sit down and make it a story time, that's totally chill. What first half of the day? How are you feeling? What's going on?
First round was definitely nervous. I have never been to a big event live before, so it was kind of intimidating, but it was also super cool just because I kept getting sidetracked with the big mural of Crimson Rampage behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. And first round went it's kind of scared because I lost game 1.
Okay.
So
Who
I
were
was
you
like,
fighting? What
ooh.
character?
I was fighting All Might oh, was it 2? The one that is discard.
Top cards off the deck.
Yep.
That is 2. Yep.
4. Yeah,
Yep.
okay, that one. Yep, came across that with a uh running the Bakugo cards. So
Okay.
that one
Like a
that gives the
Fury package.
damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Love that.
And then
Okay.
and then the foundation with the when it's discarded or goes into the discard, get that +2 damage.
Right.
Threw me for a loop because completely forgot that. I was like, oh yeah, if you block, the next one gets +2, and then milled the 4, got the +2 with the +2.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Yeah.
destroyed me real fast.
Yeah. Had to adapt to games 2
But
and 3 though, right?
yep. Came back, came 2, 3, going, okay, this is how he plays. Because like I said, our locals here is small group, so it's typically about the same player pool
Right.
of characters.
Yeah. 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 That makes sense.
Which is what made me super excited about going because I was just that's why I also like the Wednesday weeklies is just finding the different variety.
Right.
It's so intriguing
Right.
to me.
Yeah, that is one of the things about universes that like I really fell in love with back when I first started back in the boomer UFS days is the pool of organic diversity. We don't have to talk about limited diversity, but organic diversity of like everybody plays a ton of different events, right? Like
Yep.
even to the point of like we had 6 unique characters inside of our top 8, and I'm sure if you looked through top 16, it'd be even more diverse, right?
Yeah.
And that's not really a thing that happens in a lot of really highly competitive games. It's a lot of paper rock scissors, 3 deck
Yep.
formats, and so like even just in set 1 with all the cards we have, so wide, right?
So wide.
Yeah. So match 2, match 3. Obviously, you took down because you were Swiss champ as well, right? Like you were in this whole tournament.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I went undefeated or ended with a tie. 601, yeah.
601. Wowzers. So hit me with how did rounds 2, rounds 3 go? Or would you play against what anything scary to get bopped by All Might 2 again?
Oh, if I remember right, a lot of it's a blur.
Hey, that's
to be
okay.
honest.
Whatever you remember, you can bring it in. If you we can skip over
I'm
details.
pretty
We can do
sure
whatever.
the first 4 rounds, I'm pretty sure I lost the first game and kept winning game 2, 3. Because I remember going to my buddies going, I don't know what's happening, but I'm supposed to win game 1, lose game 2, win game 3.
Right.
Because that's Tokiyama. You want to go first,
Right.
lose, and then you're first again. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm losing game 1, going first game 2, winning, and somehow winning game 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that.
That is, I mean, that's how it works, you know. Like it's all the roll of the dice, how the checks fall.
Yep.
Lunch happens. What'd you have for lunch?
Yes.
That matters to me.
I went and had the what was it called? The cheese. I just remember it was like the grilled cheese store. It was a
grilled cheese store.
I don't know. They had in the mall. They had this little like kiosk of like 4 different little stores. I just remember it's called like something cheesy, and it just had like a Gouda ham sandwich.
Huh.
And they were playing My Hero on the big jumbo thing in the food court. Went and ordered right away because I got done about 15 minutes before lunch break.
Okay.
So I went order right away, and good thing I did because I felt so bad for the people working.
Yeah.
There was only 2 of them. They were so backed up because I didn't get my food until I think about 20 minutes before the next round was starting.
Wow. That's crazy. And you ended 15
Yeah.
early. Chat's asking what were the matchups. We don't have to go into details. Do you remember the matchups for round 2, round 3? What were the characters?
First was All Might 2. Second was I want to say it was a Saito. Either that or that was round 3.
Okay.
I know I faced one of them early on, which made me slightly terrified because the rounds got into like 4 to 5 range, and as Tokiyama, you're like, it goes past round 3, you're kind of in trouble because most of your attacks are probably used up or milled out.
Right. Yeah.
So that made me a little nervous for the later rounds, and then I think I can't remember after lunch. I don't remember who I faced after lunch.
That's okay. Hey, grilled cheese sandwiches do that to you.
Yeah.
Memory loss. So we get back from lunch. We're heading to the second half of the tournament. We're feeling high, undefeated. Went out through dice rolls, I guess, and hit me with the second half of the day. If you remember characters, you remember how did it feel? Because you said this is the first big event you've ever been to. Nothing even
Yep.
with Magic, just a kitchen table
Nope.
player.
I've been to just the LGS Magic, Friday Night Magic before.
Okay,
I did go to one state tournament, but I think that was like my second year playing Magic, and my buddies were just going, so I just tagged along and hopped on and was like, oh, I'll give it a shot, and
for sure, for sure.
had no idea what I was doing mostly, but
Hell yeah! I mean, this is an amazing showing, really, and kind of shows you like if you understand the mechanics and you can play the game and like make good decisions, then you'll be good. So hit me. We'll get back to it. Second half of the day.
Second half of the day, I remember my memory is looking at the stream table and then table number 2 and going, oh my God, I don't want to go there. That looks so nerve-wracking. It's in a little cage. You got everybody around you. You're in your own separate little area, but it also seems like all eyes are on you. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go there. That just seems like anxiety.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, the big question that I have, Marcus, and if you can remember, do you remember the matchups? Because it'll help
I
paint a better
remember
picture. Round 4. What are you thinking?
round 4. Man, I really wish I remembered most of it. The one I remember most is a Mina, but I think that was round 5 or 6.
What made it so memorable?
He had 3 creepy realizations on the field, and as I was going for my kill combo, I completely forgot about it, and he's like -6 damage. I'm like, oh, I think he was down to like 2 health. And I'm like, cool. Okay, that deals no damage, but that's fine. I have one more attack. I think I had I think it was a frigid heat wave, I think, next.
Okay.
I played that. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is what I'll have to do. I have 1 momentum. I have a plus ultra. I'm going to double the damage.
Yeah.
But me going, oh, guess what? I just added 2 more cards to the pool. He has 2 more creepy realizations. 7/7 negated all the damage, even with the plus ultra and the crow
Wow.
frogs.
Wow.
I'm just like, wow. I'm like, this is insane. This is so good.
Math is hard.
Yeah. I was like, I think I got this. I think I got this. I'm like, no, he brought it down to 1. He's at 1 health. Okay.
That's spooky. That is some
Yeah,
spooky
it was
stuff.
crazy. I was luckily able to defend though and get the win still in the end, but that was actually really cool seeing that Mina play so defensively.
Right. Yeah. I love that. It's really funny because we have like people who fought you in chat, right? Person in chat, big fan of the stream. Hillers was like round 5 with me. No, wait, actually I was 6. Do you remember Jiro round 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a Jiro. Yep.
Hillers is one of my locals. He's from Omaha,
Okay.
and I think he's got one of the most unorthodox Jiros that's ever been. Do you remember anything about this list?
I don't remember what he had to be exact. I just remember my buddy saying he fought him, and he was also playing Tokiyami. We
Okay.
were both playing Tokiyami, and he's like, "Yeah, I got destroyed." That Jiro, he was so calculated, and it was crazy what he was doing. I'm like, man, you're making me nervous. I'm fighting him this round. I'm like, all right, it's fine. Just get it out of my head and just play the game. Just gotta play the game.
Just play the game.
I went for a lot of walks in between rounds. I remember that too.
Okay.
A lot of walks around that mall.
Yeah, and this is I mean, we'll get to it before we get to top cuts, but like the mentality of like doing well in an event and the pressure that puts on you. So this was a 7-round tournament, right?
Yes. 7th round.
What was last round?
Last round I was up against Levi.
Levi from Little Ocean Gaming. Yeah. Playing Ochako 1. Okay. You opted
So
to
it's kind of fun to face him again in the top cuts.
Yeah, for sure. Opted to take the tie, right? Did you end up playing out the game and then decide to tie? Or?
Yeah, we played one game, and then actually one of the judges came by to view, and we were just in the middle of shuffling for next game, and he was talking about how a lot of people because we were wondering how the point system was kind of working. I was like, oh, so what happens? Like, I was like, because I also didn't know how it really works. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed top 8,
Right.
but I'm also like, I don't know how the ranking system works.
Right.
And then that's when the judge was like, oh, it's based off of like, if you're first and you pair up with somebody lower than you, you get first roll.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, a lot of people in this stage just go for the tie because it guarantees your spot. And we're like, whoa, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
he's
a
like, yeah, you could just tie. And we're like, there's nothing against it. We're like, oh, and it guarantees me first. Like,
mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, why would I risk everything if I could just, be guaranteed?
Yeah, I think you and Levy were both guaranteed, even if he lost. I'm pretty sure that he was in,
Yeah.
but he certainly wouldn't have gotten in at the place that he did. He would have just dropped way lower, which means as he ran the bracket, he would have just been going second. And as I'm sure that you know, going first with an aggro deck all day feels really good.
Oh, it felt great. I was like, this is kind of broken, actually.
So we get done with the tournament. Day one, end up Swiss champ. How you feeling?
Yep.
Tell me
Oh,
about the night, right? The celebration had to you been popping off, right?
oh yeah. I basically was in a blur. I was freaking out, just kind of like, I'm walking. We gotta go. Just let's go. I'm with me and my buddy Taylor. And Joe. We're just walking. We're just doing laps. We're just trying to be like, okay, just
It's chill, calm the
calm
nerves.
down,
Yeah.
breathe,
Yeah.
and wait for the announcements for top cuts. Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
we get through. You are Swiss champ. As you're going home, preparing for the next day, was there anything in particular that you did? Did you look through your like potential bracket? I know this is a thing that I do whenever I get to top cuts. I'll look at my top 8 bracket and be like, okay, what is my game plan? What's my my strategy for this character or this player, right? And as you get more familiar with the environment, like you didn't know who Mark Tyner was yesterday.
Yep.
You do now today.
Yep.
You'll know like, oh, I need to do some specific things against this person. I love that aspect of our card game and our tight knit
Yeah.
community. Was there any preparation that you did of like, here's the bracket that I want, or was it all just like, woohoo?
Well, somebody told me about like you're paired first to eighth,
Correct.
and so I remember trying to be like, so we're called one by one and be like, wait, who's my opponent? Because literally the next day came and we had to pair up top 8. I'm like, I don't remember who my opponent was.
Love that.
I'm
Love
like,
that.
because they're like, go grab a seat somewhere because they didn't want me on stream because they wanted to. It was a fan suggestion or something like that for chat
Okay.
for the first round of top 8. So that's how. What was it? I think it was Momo versus
Sato, I think. Momo versus
Sato.
Sato.
Yeah.
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 Luckily,
So I was
I
just
got to
like,
catch all the top cuts on stream.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah. So I just grabbed. They're like, grab one of these what 4 tables.
Mm-hmm.
I just grabbed one. I'm like, I'll wait and see who my opponent is.
Yeah. Just sit down,
I
start
don't
shuffling.
remember.
Yeah.
Just start shuffling.
Who
But
did
yeah,
you
no,
fight
I didn't
round
look at
one?
any bracket.
Do you
Uh,
remember what character in your top cut?
Jiro.
Jiro. Okay.
Jiro.
Okay. Do you know? Was it? I'm gonna ask you a question. It's got to be, Sean O'Brien, right? Or no, it was River Cook playing the good symbol. Because you got it had to be
Yes.
River. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Had to be River. And then you ended up how did that matchup go? You fought Jiro earlier in the day, the most represented character at the format.
Uh,
You fought
yesterday.
Josh, right?
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
were there any others, or is this second Jiro of the tournament?
That was. Yeah, that was second Jiro of the tournament, I think.
Okay. What was your thought process going into as the bird? What were you?
As the bird,
Yeah.
it is. I hope I get a Dark Shadow Rune and a Summon Dark Shadow.
Seems like a good game plan, I guess.
I'm gonna string attacks out and hopefully kill them before they start doing a specialized sound or the 2-check card that I always mix up the name with the foundation. Specialized sound.
Yeah, it's sound something. Sound something.
Sound something.
Yeah.
Sound something. Sound waves. Sound waves.
You know,
That sounds about right.
a smart man once said, "You never have to block any attacks if you just kill them." So,
Yeah.
if that's the game plan, that's the game plan.
That's game plan.
Up next, we hit the fated rematch. You've got Levy, who ended up in third place versus Ochako
Yep.
1. In your fun match, right before you decided to take the tie, who won that game?
I did.
You did. So, were you confident going
2-0.
into this one?
I was a little confident going that one, and also I got to get to know him a little bit, and it was more relaxed.
Yeah.
Honestly, the match was. But I don't know if it's just who he was. Like, it was just such a fun time. I had a blast playing against him.
Yeah. I actually the night after, so like you guys got done, he ended up getting third, and I actually went out to dinner with him and a couple of the people from the Texas group, and we stayed at an IHOP until 5 a.m, just chatting and talking and yeah, I strolled in today from an IHOP at 5 a.m. Like my sense of time is all gone from the weekend. It's cool, and I didn't even get to play. So you take down Levy. I don't remember. Was it 2-0, 2-1? Did he end up taking a game from
2-0.
you? 2-0. So you were
I believe so.
just running through this top cut bracket. Yeah.
That game honestly surprised myself, because I believe that was the one where I was able to defeat him without a single Summon Dark Shadow being played.
Okay.
I believe I did that game 1, I think. So I remember it was instant nitro explosion to a nitro explosion to a crow frog to a crow frog. And I basically played 4 attacks and had a clear card pool.
Yeah.
And I was able to I think it was Frigid Heatwave, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I was actually able to get the win with that. I was like, I kind of shocked myself going, I didn't know that was possible.
Hey, sometimes you just see the line, right?
Yeah.
And then we end up in finals versus another Ochako 1. I mean, you gotta be feeling great, right? You're 4-0 versus this character, easy peasy. This Mark Tyner guy, he's a schlub. Never seen him before in my life. All I gotta do is just play the game, right?
Yep.
Game 1, you just mollywop him. I was there. Hey, can I? I was rooting against you. I gotta say it. I was rooting against you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you know why?
No.
The deck that Mark Tyner was playing is mine. This is that deck box. So the Tuesday before this event, he was playing this terrible deck, and I was like, "Here you go. You can have this." And he runs all the way up to so I'm sitting with my phone on mute, hanging out with friends, and I've got my hands on my heads during finals because it's the only game I got to watch. And then you turn to the man.
Yep. That is hilarious. I did not know that.
Yeah, it was so good. It was expertly played by you, but I'm over here ripping my hair out. And so you take it down. I can't even tell you what I remember from that game 1, because it was just over in a flash. It just ended the man. 3-4 foundations, and then he died.
Yep. Yeah, I believe that was the hand. I think I drew into 2 summons, or maybe I was able to mill. I just remember it as like basically like it had like the perfect hand. I was like, this is it.
You found the good ones for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Mark gets to go first. You're 5-0 versus Ochako in the matchup, and he ends up taking the game. A bunch of indiscriminate shocks.
Yep.
How you feeling?
Honestly, I was feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Being able to be up there earlier with Levi, and I was at the seat right next to it against the Mina. And I think I was there also with the Jiro. I was a lot more comfortable going into finals. Not to mention that Mark also pulled me aside before the finals and was like, "Hey man, if you ever need a break, just like walk or anything like that, man, just let me know. We can put it on pause.
Yeah.
You just need time to like just breathe, collect yourself."
Yeah, for sure.
And that's super, super humble and nice of him. I was kind of taken away by that.
Yeah, Mark's a real stand-up guy. He really kind of embodies like some of the best that the community offers.
Oh yeah.
And that's a really good thing for like veterans to tell new players, because obviously with the 2 decks that we had in finals, like they're taco truck decks. They were getting the job done. Nobody was gonna miss their flight right in the finals. But sometimes with the history of universes, we've literally had, because there is no time limit, 4-hour matches. 4-hour matches to play this card game. Could you imagine sitting down and playing this dumb card game for 4 hours in a top 16 and be like, you're next. Come here, I got 4 more in me. Yeah. So
man.
The idea of
I don't know if I have it in me.
Yeah. I mean, you're playing Tokoyami. You don't need to.
Yeah,
you just get the job done.
Yep, I'm either dying or I'm winning. Let's
sure.
go.
So let's talk about the last game, right? You shuffle up, you look down, and you can't see his character anymore. He switched to Toru.
I didn't even notice until we started playing Foundations.
What's your thought? Like you haven't played this character yet in the tournament, right?
Not against in the tournament, but I have personally played it.
Okay.
And I already knew playing against my friend who was Tokoyami that I was like, oh, this character's good against Tokoyami.
Very much so.
Like I went into that last match once I realized it was Toru, that I was like, okay, I either need 2 Summon Dark Shadows and at least 2 Dark Shadow Ruins, or I need a Crow and Frog and try and bait out a flash with Crow and Frog into a Dark Shadow Ruin.
Mm-hmm. So you had a game plan. You knew what was up.
Yes.
Love that. So I guess like my last big question is the sigh of relief after he checks the third 2.
Oh.
How do you feel?
I was just kind of blown away by the 2 check. I was just like, there's no way.
There's no way.
I'm like, there's no way. Because I remember I looked at my hand going, before drawing, I should say, I was like, I need 3 attacks. I just need 3 attacks. He's at 9 health.
Mm-hmm.
I have the 2, I think it was 2 Stronger Than Darknesses on the field.
Right.
So it's like plus 3 damage. I'm like, if I can do that, he has 2 Foundations, I believe, at that moment.
Right.
Up. I'm like, if I can get 3 attacks, I should be able to get the damage, because I also had I can get 1, Stronger Darkness.
Right.
Or Dark.
Summon Dark Shadow.
Summon Dark Shadow. Thank you.
The action. Yeah.
The action. I can get 1, and then I'm just like, if I can do that, I'll be golden. And I actually learned something really powerful of if their opponent is shuffling, or your deck's out, has to cycle.
Right. Yep.
To look at their discard before they cycle to
Very
see
much
what
so.
they might have in hand.
Yeah.
Did not know that you could do that.
Yep.
I was like, I am taking that mental note. That is so cool. Did not know that.
Yeah, information is key in this game.
Yeah.
It's why Jiro's so good, right? Like looking at the top couple cards of the deck. Yeah. You having +3 to your check, you know that hey, I can't fail this one, even if I check the information is where it's at in this game.
Yeah. But I remember going into it and then basically going, okay, I got Crow and Frog and I got an Ice Storm. I got 1 momentum. I need him to flash the Crow and Frog so I can play the Ice Storm and be able to get the damage through.
Right.
But instead he, commits the Specialized of Sound to -3.
The foundation, the Jiro Foundation.
Yep.
The
Jiro
sound
Foundation.
one foundation.
Yep, just the other sound one, So he buys the speed with that and then blocks it. I'm like, or he buys the speed. I'm like, he's gonna block that, and he's not even gonna use Toru. So my Ice Storm's gonna come in for, what is it, 3 low for 4,
right?
And then bring him down to 5. So I was literally gonna go, if he doesn't flash Crow Frog, I'm gonna have to play defensive.
Right.
That was my plan. I was like, I'm going to keep that Ice Storm, Breaker 2, and just hope he doesn't pull enough attacks to kill me.
Very much so, yeah.
And so then, but once that 2 check happened, I was like, wait a second.
There it is.
That's what I needed.
Yeah.
He had to commit Toru. That's it.
Yeah, taking initiative and taking advantage of the situation, and staying calm under that spot. It shows you like the difference between like a good player and a great player. And Marcus, like this past weekend, you solidified yourself as a good if not great player, right?
Yeah.
Not only, I mean, you didn't squeak out from 8th place, you Swiss champed and then rolled everybody in top cuts, making great decisions, taking advantage of people's poor, terrible luck. Sorry,
I
still
go,
salty about
yep,
the deck. Sorry.
that's fine. That's fine.
But
Hey, I had a few of those 6 checks that I was just surprised myself going, oh, okay. I'll take that.
for sure,
Good, let's
for
go.
sure.
Lady Luck's on my side. Let's go.
so, so, the event's over. Do you have your trophy? Can we see it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh my goodness! Look at this man.
It's massive.
It's bigger than your head. That
Yeah.
is so cool, man. That is so cool. Incredibly well earned. And I guess like my maybe my last big question, Chad, if you want to start queuing up questions, I can ask. What's your plan now? Are you gonna stick with the bird? Do you have the provisional this weekend? Are you saving it for regionals? What's going on? Will we see you in Vegas?
Oh, I wish I could go to Vegas. I wish. Maybe. I don't know. But I am in provisionals this upcoming weekend.
Okay.
I did sign up for the online regionals, but my issue is I do construction work. And it
Oh.
starts we have our meeting the 21st of April, and I don't know what that means.
Mm,
So I'm hoping I can at least get the online regional, and then maybe if I don't know, I don't maybe hopefully the Vegas one doesn't sell out and I happen to have that weekend off. Because I would love to go back and meet everybody. Because everybody that was at least at Omaha, I'm assuming there'll be a few of them at least there. I
for
would love
sure.
to see them again. It was so much fun
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
see
Um,
everyone. So or
I,
meet new people.
I gotta say, like, genuinely the best part about this card game is not the cards themselves, but the people that play it.
Yeah.
Which has made a lot of old heads, myself included, like a little trepidatious about how big we are getting as a card game, because sometimes, like, the bigger you are, the more you attract ne'er do wells.
Yes, that's a
But
good way to put it.
but every time that I've interacted with somebody in whether it be on my chat or on Discord or wherever, everybody's been super chill, super rad. And so I mean, cross our fingers that Vegas is just chill,
Yeah.
filled with a bunch of chill people, and it sounds like Omaha was, which is awesome, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
That's the whole reason I basically stopped playing Magic was it's just those ne'er do wells. I got
Yeah,
tired of it,
for sure.
and I basically was only playing Commander
Yeah,
because at least that's just with my group of friends and it's a chill environment. And then this game came along. I'm like, this community is amazing. They're so welcoming. They're so interested in what you do, and you play a character they're like, whoa, what are you doing with that? Oh, that's so cool. You're running that symbol. That's amazing.
yeah.
So
So is the plan the bird? Don't want to give away tech. What's going on this weekend?
I don't want to replay the bird
Okay.
because I do like playing different characters. That was actually my first time playing the bird in a tournament.
Ever?
Other than I played it on my Monday where I went today for my LGS. I played it then just to try and get used to it. But yeah, I didn't really play it prior at all.
That is
So
so awesome. The two decks that were first and second were picked up literally the week before.
yeah,
That's so awesome. Chat. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. This is Highlander Games from Minnesota. This is their Twitch channel. If you guys want to come and watch some games, please go follow the channel. It'll be very cool. Spam some TamCard Sevens. So the plan is not the bird this weekend, but something else. You don't have to give away the secrets. It's totally fine with me. We can share online, right? Talk just friends.
there you go. Sounds good.
A couple questions from the chat. We have Damdol, who says, "Did you fight any Atsuis or Nomus in the event?"
I did face Asui, a Froppy.
Okay.
I did do that. Maybe that was 4. I think that might have been round 4 in
Okay.
the Swiss. Yeah, that maybe 5. I remember. I think that was after lunch break. I remember because I was actually sitting right next to Nathan. I remember that because I played Momo when this first came out. I built a Momo deck. I just loved how Momo played.
Right.
But I was new. And I just felt like she wasn't getting there. Also, my friend really plays Eraserhead and just kept shutting me down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm actually intrigued to look at his deck list, and he was showing me a little bit what he does because I'm like, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to play Momo
Yeah,
to
Nate's
get there.
in the exact same boat. Instantly picked the character up as soon as the game started. Fell in love with
Yep.
the idea of Staff Strike and like XR'd the whole deck, which is
That's
so
crazy.
much money because he's playing a 70 card deck.
Yeah,
Insane.
that's insane. And he's showing it to me, and I'm like, it's all so shiny. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Super cool.
Set 2's coming out. Are there any characters you're really excited for from Torch Tunes?
Oh, there's too many. There's Stain, Toga, May. I'm intrigued by my buddy's idea with Fourth Kind by just running breakers. I've been really enjoying the breakers. So those ones are interesting. And then also Mark's Moneta 2 he was showing me. I was
Okay.
really intrigued by that too. So
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's too many choices. It's gonna be I'm gonna pick one character one day and the next another day until one just feels right.
I love that. Well, Marcus, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. Thank you much for coming on. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no problem.
Congratulations again for a phenomenal run. Let's hope we meet each other, the same decks in the finals of this weekend.
Let's go.
Good luck with it, buddy. Are there any shout outs that you want to give before we bounce?
Yeah, I guess shout out to my local LGS Highlander, Dreamers Vault, both to Taylor, who's right here. He's also a fan of yours.
Oh,
You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? You don't wanna say hi?
wave to the camera, Taylor.
Wave the camera. Come on. Hello.
Hey, Taylor.
And also my friends, all from the play group, Joe, Alex, Nick, Hamilton, AJ, Alex. Yeah.
To the
so,
homies.
Everybody to the homies.
Yeah. Well, man, once again, thank you much. I greatly appreciate it. This has been an absolute blast. And yeah, to many more.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.